What's up, guys? Rogue Bludger here with Unashamed Gaming, bringing you a Black Ops 3 game today. Me and Enos joined into this game of Hardpoint, down by about 140, as you can see on your screen, and we just took it over. We came in and we said we're going to win this thing, and that's exactly what we tried to do. But I'm just going to let this play while I talk to you guys about what everybody's talking about, which is World War II and E3. I will preface this video by saying I am not very well informed. As I've discussed recently, I've been very busy, so I haven't had a chance to just really sit down and go over all the information that we have available to us from E3 about World War II, but I will go over what I know and what I think and my thoughts. I have only seen a few minutes of gameplay other than the reveal trailer, which wasn't really a multiplayer reveal trailer in my opinion, but whatever. And I am not going to make any, final judgments from what we have so far. I mean, that's just not fair one way or the other. But I will say a few things. The divisions looks like it's going to be the biggest change to the game. So instead of your typical create a class where you've got all the perks to choose from, all the guns to choose from, etc., it's now you have, I think, 4 or 5 different, I don't want to say specialists, they're like class styles. And I think within each class you have an option, a limited selection of guns to choose from, and a limited selection of class specific perks. So you can't just be whatever you want with all your classes. Which I think could be very interesting if done right. I think they have some perks that are available to everybody and some perks that are class specific. Maybe same with the guns. I don't know. I think that can be rather interesting, and it probably won't change a lot with the way public games are played. Now, what I'm very concerned about, of course, as always, is competitive. And I think it can be a very competitive aspect to the game if done correctly. It will, if you have different characters that are good, specialize in various things. For example, if one class has a flak jacket perk availability, then that needs to be the person that, is in the hill on a hardpoint game. So that needs to be your OBJ player. So if instead of everybody having flak jacket, only one person can have it, I think that really changes the dynamic of how competitive games will be played. Whereas before you've had these games where everybody either has flak, so nobody runs nades, so it just kind of makes parts of the game unusable even though they're allowed in competitive. This will allow for those things still to be useful, but if you play your cards right, you can use the class the way it's designed in order to get the hill or something like that. It will make teams work together, have better teamwork, to actually put the person in the position that they need to be in. It won't be all about just raw slaying power anymore. There will be a more strategy involved if they do it right. I don't know a ton about divisions at this point, so I don't really know how it's all going to work. But that's just kind of some preliminary thoughts I had about it. Graphics-wise, I thought it looked pretty good. Again, this is a very early build of the game. It's not set to release until November. I don't think they were playing on console. So it's, not the final game. I think graphics will change between now and then. I thought it looked pretty good, though. The map, I literally only saw one map. Looked kind of full of junk. We talked about that before. But that being said, it was World War II, so I don't know how much of that junk really plays into the actual gameplay versus it's just scenery. Part of that will change as well, I'm sure. So what my predictions and thoughts about the game are, the gameplay itself, might be pretty good. It might play very smooth. I think it will. I think it'll play smooth. I think it will hopefully be pretty balanced maps, things like that. The biggest issues I see are the same issues we have every year with Call of Duty. That's gun balancing and spawns. I don't want there to be a class that is OP. You know, I don't want the rifleman class, whatever it is, the person that gets the rifles, to be OP. The shotguns, things like that. Things are going to need tweaking, and a lot of that will come out in the beta, as it always does. So I think betas are only good things for games. You know, it teaches you to, or not, it gives the developers opportunities to see what's broken and hopefully fix it before the final game release, such as weapon tweaking. Not enough of that was done between Black Ops 3's beta and the final game, in my opinion. The M8, for example, has always been too strong, and was never addressed. But that being said, Enos went off in the hill there. Go back and watch the kill feed because he went off in the hill. But that being said, those I think are going to be the two issues that we will have to just wait and see how they play out. Advanced Warfare, I don't really know how good or bad the spawns were in that game. It was more or less, it didn't matter because you could move around the map so quickly. It didn't matter where you spawned. You could be where you needed to be in a matter of seconds anyway. So Modern Warfare 3 is the only other Sledgehammer work we have to choose from, which in my opinion the spawns were horrible in that game. Weapon balancing too wasn't very good. So these are two things Sledgehammer has struggled with in the past, with the BAL and the ASM and Advanced Warfare being the overarching dominant weapons in the game. I'm hoping that we get a little more variety with these divisions. I think it will help if done correctly, again. And I hope we just have balanced maps. That's really 50% or more of what it takes to make a good Call of Duty game, in my opinion. But this is the end. I hope you enjoyed that comeback. It was quite a big one, if I do say so myself. And that is going to do it, guys. I want to know your thoughts on everything you've seen from World War II. If I missed something, again, I am not very well informed, so let me hear what you have to say. Thank you guys for watching. As always, God bless. We'll see you next time.